Hi class, welcome back for another lesson. Today's lesson is about mutual inductance. This is class by Raj teaching for Physics Form 6 Semester 2. Mutual inductance is a phenomenon when a coil gets induced in EMF across it due to the rate of change current in adjacent coil in such a way that the flux of one coil current gets linkage of another coil. The learning outcome for today's lesson is to explain the phenomenon of mutual inductance and define mutual inductance. Mutual inductance, alright, now I have two coils. Okay, this is the first coil. I'm going to draw like this. Okay, the first coil, solenoid. This first coil is fixed to a DC, okay, so supply, a cell, and then to a rheostat. Okay, alright, and there is also another coil which I'm going to draw here. Okay, I'm going to just draw another coil here. Which is fixed to a galvanometer. Okay, now what we know is that the coil that is fixed to the cell is called as primary coil. Okay, it's called as primary coil. And the coil that is fixed to a galvanometer is called as a secondary coil. Okay, again, primary coil is the coil that is fixed to a cell. Secondary coil is the coil that is fixed to a galvanometer. Okay, now what we know about this is that when the switch is closed, current flows. Okay, current flows. So we're going to look at what is happening at the primary and what is happening at the secondary. Okay, so when the switch is closed, here the current will start to flow into the coil. So the current we are going to label is as IP. IP means current in the primary coil. So when the switch is closed, current will flow. Due to the rheostat, okay, resistance will vary. So when resistance varies, what will happen? Current change. IP change. Okay, because this is a DC circuit, and we know if it's a DC circuit, what will happen is that DC circuit usually the current will change during switching on and off, but because we have a rheostat which can vary the resistance, so therefore IP can change, so current change. So when current change, what will happen is when there's a current, there's a magnetic field in the primary coil, correct? So when there's a magnetic field in the primary coil, what will happen is the magnetic field in the primary coil will change or changes. Okay, alright, so that's what happens in the primary. So here in the primary, I'm going to label the magnetic field strength as BP and the number of turns in the primary coil as NP. Number of turns in the secondary coil is NS. Okay, now next what happens according to mutual inductance, alright, when the current, mutual inductance concept, mutual induction concept, when the current in the primary coil changes, what we realize is the magnetic flux, which in this we're going to call linkage. the magnetic flux linkage in the secondary coil changes. I'm going to put LS. Okay, L is linkage and S is in the secondary coil. Okay, so that you will understand the concept here. So according to Faraday law, when the magnetic flux linkage changes, EMF is induced in the secondary coil. So EMF is induced. What will happen? Current, induced current. Induced current. Current is induced. So we say induced current in secondary coil. Okay, actually the word is current is induced in the secondary coil. So I'm just going to put induced current is in secondary coil. Induced current is... Okay lah, induced current in the secondary coil. I think you'll understand, right? It's induced current in the secondary coil. And what happens? Induced current flows in the secondary coil. Okay, or induced current flows in the secondary coil. Galvanometer detects it. Okay, so this is all the important features here. IP change, BP change. Okay, changes. This one I'm just putting all one because it's the concept. And one more thing, this thing can happen because the primary and the secondary are linked with the soft iron core. Okay, this is a soft iron core. Okay, alright, so they are linked between the primary and the secondary. Okay, then what happens is that after that is that we're going to look at the concept that is involved. We understand the phenomena, but now we're going to look at the concept. Now, the concept here is, the first concept here is, okay, number 1. When the magnetic flux linkage changes, EMF is induced. So there we can say is by Faraday's law, which is the induced EMF is directly proportional to negative d phi over dt. Okay, which here I'm going to be very specified is whose phi is the magnetic flux linkage in the secondary coil. Okay, concept number 1. Concept number 2, I realized that the EMF is induced actually due to the current changes. Correct? Because when the current changes in the primary coil will cause the magnetic flux linkage to change. So indirectly we can say the EMF is induced due to the current changes in the primary coil. So second concept I can say here is EMF is directly proportional to negative di over dt, which I'm going to specify again based on my example is the current that is in the primary coil. Okay? Alright, so here if I change it to equal sign, it will be equal negative m dip over dt. Now what is M class? Okay, M is called as mutual inductance. M is called as what? Mutual inductance. Mutual inductance. Okay, and the unit for M will be in Henry. Okay, unit is what? Unit is Henry. So what is mutual definition of mutual inductance? Definition of mutual inductance M is equals to E divided by the rate of change of current, okay, di over P over dt. Okay, so here I will get mutual inductance is equals to EMF. Okay, so definition, EMF induced in the secondary coil divided by the rate of change of current in the primary coil. Okay, and unit is Henry. Then I try to combine these two. Okay, I combine these two. I will get this with an M here. correct? I combine these two, the induced EMF. Okay, I get my M here. So what do I get here is, okay, from here I know that the magnetic flux linkage is equals to M with times with current in primary coil. Okay, so from here I can say that the magnetic flux linkage is directly proportional to the current, which gives you the third concept. Okay, the first, the second, and the third concept of understanding the phenomena of mutual inductance. Alright, okay, so now we're going to go a bit more. Alright, okay, now what do we do is that we know that the magnetic flux linkage, okay, which I'm going to do it here, or I'm going to do it in the next page, or maybe, okay, never mind. Okay, never mind, do it here. The magnetic flux linkage in the secondary coil, which is here, okay, which is LS, okay, is equals to N and S, okay, B, P, A. Now why BP? Is because the changes in the magnetic flux linkage is due to the changes of B in the primary coil. So that's why I put BP, A. A is the same. The area is the same for both. Okay. Then we know that BP, because this is a solenoid. So if you look back in your previous class, you will realize that the magnetic field strength in the primary coil, the formula will be mu naught N times with I. Okay, and mu naught, okay, to specify, N is number of unit per unit, number of turns per unit length, so it will be NP over IP times with, sorry, length P times with IP. Okay, how do I get that? Okay, let's look at this. Okay, so BP, B, basic formula for solenoid for magnetic field strength will be B equals to mu naught Ni, which is in the center of the solenoid, correct? Okay, so mu naught, which is BP, N is number of turn per unit length, so is NP per unit length, that means this length, which is LP, okay, times with the current here, which is IP. So that's what I got this. Okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to substitute this inside here. So I will get magnetic flux linkage in the secondary coil is NS mu naught NP IP over LP times with A. Okay, alright, and then we also know that magnetic flux linkage is also equals to MIP. So therefore this NS mu naught NP IP A over LP is equals to MIP, which capital M, yeah, mutual inductance is capital M, which I substitute inside here, this relationship. Okay, then I cancel IP and IP, so I get a formula for mutual inductance, an expression for mutual inductance. M equals to NS NP mu naught A over LP. Okay, alright. Okay, I get that. But in my example, I have put a soft iron core to link all of this. So my mutual inductance formula will be M equals to NS NP mu naught A over LP times with mu R, where mu R is the permeability of soft iron core. Okay, because I showed the example of the concept of phenomena of mutual inductance based on this example. Okay, now let's let's look at what the textbook has to say. Page 215, 17.5 mutual induction. Okay, this is how I explain this now. These things all are what I explained, primary and secondary. Okay, so we have two solenoid P and Q wound on a soft iron core. So I use this example to get the mutual inductance. Okay, alright, so here this is a primary coil, this is a secondary coil. Okay, when the current I flows through solenoid P, a magnetic field is produced. This field is linked with solenoid Q. When the resistance of the rheostat is varied, the current I in solenoid P changes. The magnetic flux link with the coil Q changes. Okay, and EMF is induced in Q. Okay, P is known as the primary coil and Q is known as the secondary coil. If the battery and the rheostat are connected to solenoid Q, then the galvanometer to solenoid P, and EMF will be induced in P when the current in Q changes. So if you change these two things, okay, then what will happen? Here the current will start to flow. Here will become primary, here will become secondary. Okay, the coil that EMF is induced is the secondary coil. When P is the primary coil, the EMF induced in Q is directly proportional to the rate change of magnetic flux linked, which talks about the Faraday law. Okay, which talks about what? The Faraday law. Okay, now, however, magnetic flux linkage phi is directly proportional to I. Okay, here. Then they said E is directly proportional to negative di over dt, which is also concept number 2 here, which I have explained. Okay, M is known as a mutual inductance. The value of mutual inductance depends on number of turns per unit length, and the cross-sectional area of both the primary and the secondary coil, which is A. It also depends on the relative permeability mu R of the material of the core. Okay, this is very important. This is the definition of mutual inductance. What is the definition? Definition of mutual inductance, very important, yeah. Definition of mutual inductance is EMF induced in the secondary coil divided by the rate of change of current in the primary coil. Unit is Henry. Okay, so the same concept can also be applied in transformer, because the working of a transformer is based on the principle of mutual induction, which I believe you have studied in your Form 5. Then it comes here the derivation and expression of mutual inductance, where the example taken was for this example. But for me, I took the same example and I got the same formula. Okay, so M equals to mu naught NS NP A over LP. Okay, but the thing is, why did I times with mu R is because mine has a soft iron core. So that's why I times with mu R. Okay, so now what you have to do is that you have to understand how mutual inductance happen, and then after that you also have to memorize how to derive an expression for the mutual inductance between two corsical solenoid of the same cross-sectional area. So which is this is called as two corsical solenoid. Two corsical solenoid with the same cross-sectional area. Okay, so the primary coil of length L and has NP turns, the secondary coil as NS turns. So it's the same thing, you know. So first thing what they find the B of the primary coil. Then N equals to NP over L. So they just use magnetic flux link phi equals to NSBA, and then that is also phi equals to MI. Is the same concept class. It's just the same concept here, but this is in a different example. So in your exam also they'll give you different example. You must understand is the same concept of mutual inductance. Thank you.